Rich, you got any off the cuff doozies for me? We got a couple of minutes left here, and
Wow. Wow.
you don't like being put on the spot. I noticed.
I'm a planner, you know what I mean? I'm a planner.
Do
I'm a
you have the document up, and are you going
I
through your
do. I'm
questions?
totally looking over at the document. I'm like, is there any really doozies over here? I mean, we talked about some of the doozies already,
Look at you! I
right? I
already see
mean,
what question you're on. Look at you! You moved your mouse to where you want to be.
yeah, well, I just tapped there. I just tapped there.
We're in a Google
Uh,
Doc for anyone that
oh,
doesn't.
here's one. And this is yours, I think. This is a good one. Tell me something that no one knows about you. Oh,
Oh
that's
God.
a hard one. That was your question.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. There's so many directions I can go there. I'm so open about my life. I don't know really what I can say. Um, Something that nobody knows about me. Dude, I've been so exposed. I'm not sure if there's anything people don't know. Um, I'll tell you something that I actually told my so only my leadership team, my former leadership team, knows this. Um, I'm a I'm a collector of change. Like up until
Really?
about up until about 2 weeks ago, I bet I have every penny, nickel, dime, quarter, silver dollar ever to hit my hand for the last 15 years.
Come
And
on.
hold on, it gets
Where do you
better.
store it?
In
Jars?
in Crown Royal bags, empty Crown Royal bags. I swear to God, I do. So and the funny part is they're everywhere in the house. Like Shannon will be like in a random bathroom when I was living up in Rochester. She'd be like, "Babe, there's a backpack in here that I can't lift." I was like, "Oh, those are my pennies." She's like, "What?" I
I
was
mean, you
like,
could use them as doorstops, I guess, right?
"Funny you should say that. I have a burlap bag, an old jerky bag in the entryway of the house, and all the pennies are in a bag that I've tied shut. There's literally, it's like 20-pound bag of pennies. It's
Oh
the
my
door
God.
stop for the garage door when I need it open upstairs. I swear to God. I just brought the dimes and nickels to the bank. Now, we're talking a long time. I just brought them to the bank 2 weeks ago. And then I still have the quarters upstairs. And then about 6 months ago or 8 months ago, I decided to roll it all. And it ended up being like, I don't know, $3,400 worth of change or something like that. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I collect things. Like I have a lot of things. Like you've been to my house. Like
Yeah.
I don't like to throw things. Dude, I was a broke kid in the projects. Like I don't throw shit out. I'll tell you what, here's another thing that people don't know. When I was younger, I used to collect pewter figurines. Like when I was
Wow.
16 to 18. I bought this at the mall in Salem, New Hampshire in 1987 and I still have it. And it's basically a queen, and everyone's heard me talk about the queen
And a
scratching the neck of a
dragon.
dragon, and I think we all know who the dragon is. So I've literally had this thing since 1987, maybe
I
even
love that.
1986. So I just don't throw shit away. I even have, dude, I have on my desk a coin from my mother's birth year. My mother actually passed away a couple of years ago. I have a solid silver coin. Can you see that? It's a little
Yep.
tarnished because I touch it too much. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm a weirdo when it
I
comes to
love it.
change. All right. Tell me not your turn. What's something that
I thought
nobody
I thought we
knows
were gonna
about
have
you?
to end. I thought it was time to end.
No, no, I'm gonna edit this fucking thing down to make sure your answer gets in here.
Ah.
What is
Well, there's a
something that
lot of things, like
nobody
you
knows
said.
about you?
There's a lot of things that, like you said, but a lot. I mean, people probably don't know about my boxing career.
Go on.
You know, don't you?
Go on. I'm not gonna gild the lily here. Go on.
I got into my 40s. A friend of mine, and this is a friend, mind you, said, he wanted to box me. He's like, I want to box you. Like, he challenged me to a boxing match. And I was like, and when a friend challenges you, it's not like you can be like, no, I'm not going to do it. Like, right? I mean, so I'm like, okay, we're going to have a boxing match, right? So we took this thing seriously. Like, we're going to box each other. It's like, seriously. So we both trained, and we both had like a warm up fight before. We didn't tell each other that, but we were going to different gyms. I was going to this jab gym trained my ass off, probably harder than I've ever trained. Best shape of my life, right? I mean, that's the thing about boxing. A lot of running, a lot of jumping rope, a lot of punching. So I decided, I was over 40, so it's the master's division, right? So I get my little book, like I have a little master's, the whole thing, right? And I had an actual fight. I went into Cicero, Chicago, into this gym. There's probably 15 fights on the card. And this is my warm-up fight before fighting this guy. Like, because I wanted to get, like, if I'm going to win, I'm going to have a warm-up fight. Then I'm going to beat the shit out of him, right? So I have this fight, and it's a white-collar fight. They pair people together, and they pair me with another guy, similar experience, same weight class. My kids were there they're younger, right? My whole company's there. Dave's there. Like, they're watching me in this boxing match. I have walkout music. My walkout music was "Stepped on My J's" by Nelly. Classic. And you don't understand. You do. But most people probably don't understand. Like, I've played sports my whole life, right? I wrestled, which is, team sports are easier because you can hide. But, this is you're walking out, and it's you and this other dude, and everyone's watching, and there's no hiding, right? You can't be like, something else happened. That guy hits me, I hit him. So what happened was I was supposed to fight this guy in my same weight class, but he got injured. So they're like, okay, we're going to pair you up with this other guy, but he's a weight class higher than you. But he's the same experience, so it should be fine. So I'm like, okay, that seems reasonable. I walk in the ring, this dude's arms, I was intimidated because he was huge. So anyway, first punch, he breaks my nose. First punch, hit me really hard. I see white, I don't know, you don't see stars, right? But I don't know if you've ever been hit that hard, you just see white.
Yeah.
And then you're back in, right? And I hear his corner. Here's the funny thing. I hear his corner going, he's hurt. Go in. And I'm like, fuck you. I just jab. You just keep throwing a jab, right? To keep him off you. And I came back to my corner, and I didn't even know I was bleeding, right? No idea. I come back to my corner, and my trainer, his name's Mark, a huge guy, slaps me in the face. Bam! He's like, wake the fuck up. Where are you? Now wake the fuck up. Are we here to fight or not? Wake up. Now remember, jab, right. We had a strategy. Let's fucking go. And then I woke up and won the fight, by a decision. The guy's arms, the thing about having big arms, by the end of the fight, his arms are hanging low. I was just popping.
Yeah.
And won the fight on a decision. So that was my first fight. I get out of the ring, and I didn't even know I was bleeding. And the doc looks at you, he's like, oh, your nose is broken, but you'll be fine. I didn't even know I was bleeding, dude. No idea. Hannah, Hannah, my younger daughter, Hannah, she's like, Dad, you'll be okay. I got hit in the nose in soccer this week, and my nose was bleeding, so I think you'll be okay. You're going to be fine. This is right when I'm coming out of the ring. My whole company's there. It was pretty intense boxing match. And I got a belt, though. At home, I have a belt. I won this belt. And then I had my fight with my friend. And once again, he hit me I wasn't good at blocking punches, right? I was always looking to throw the punch, not block. He hit me in the face hard again, and I got stunned. Same thing. I hear his corner going, he's hurt, go in. I'm like, it's great when you hear someone else's corner saying that you're hurt, and you're just trying to keep someone off you. So in the second round, he was more of a jiu-jitsu guy, like a BJJ guy. So he wasn't sure if we were actually boxing or wrestling, right? He's pushing, and we're just, throwing each other around a little bit. Second round, I knock him down, and I was in a corner because he's aggressively, I hit him, he falls, he catches my knee, tore my ACL. Second round of this boxing match. I didn't know I tore my ACL, but I knew my knee was bad. I go back to my corner again, my Mark. I'm like, dude, my knee's out. He's like, can you still fight? I'm like, yeah, I can fucking fight. He's like, fight off your back foot. It was my left knee. He's like, fight off your right foot, throw uppercuts. Fight off your right foot, just throw uppercuts. So I knocked him down a couple other times, won on a decision. Never had my knee checked because I had hurt my MCL before on the same knee, so I never went and got an MRI. 2 years later, I'm playing in a kickball, a co-ed Lions kickball team. I'm playing outfield. I come running in, plant on that left foot, throw the ball. My knee collapses. I'm on my face. I go in. They're like, like, when did you hurt your knee? I'm like 2 years ago. And they're like, well, you tore your ACL, and because it's been 2 years, it's atrophied out of your knee. So you tore up your meniscus and you grooved your bone, and ruined your cartilage. So then I had to get
Yikes.
surgery.
That's
So
tough.
big story that people don't know.
I love it. I'll never pick a fight with you, or I will, and make sure you're on my right side because I'm a lefty. So
Oh yeah, just I don't block much, I just take it.
Guy got me. I train with this guy named Guy Chase, and I think we did 6 months on just defense alone, where he just would attack me. And there's nothing more exhausting than defending. Nothing more exhausting than defending. And I was, I never got in the ring, and I wish I'd started training earlier. I would have loved to, do the local
It's
circuit.
intense. I mean, it's survival mode. I mean,
Well,
you're hitting and they're hitting. I mean, it's pretty, the adrenaline. I mean, it's intense.
It's a moment where everyone says they love to fight, but not everybody's actually taken that walk. And, I wish when I was younger I took that walk. I probably would have cried and threw up in the back before I came out. But
Right.
I get real nervous when I have to fight. Like I turn into somebody that I don't really like. So fighting scares me. I actually train. I always tell people, like, I train because I can protect myself. That's all I care about is protecting myself. I never want to hurt somebody.
And
I never
protecting
want
protecting your family, right? That's
and
how
my
we
family
train.
too. But I train to defend and to protect, and that's it. But dude, I love that story. And yes, I did know that story. You told me that before, but I don't think a lot of people know that. But I appreciate it. Listen, I think with that, something that nobody knew about us. I collect change, and you had a boxing career. Definitely
2 fights, retired undefeated.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah. 87 pounds of change, and only half of it's at the bank, even though I promised to turn it all in a year ago. But it is what it is. So I'll show you the penny doorstop that I have. That's like
Nice.
So, all right, listeners, great chatting with you, bud. I think on the next episode we will have our first guest on and kind of change the topic and the tempo a little bit. But
Awesome.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your time and your questions. I love the
Thanks,
couple.
brother. Love talking to you.
You have a great day, and good luck in San Francisco in your speech, and I'll chat
Thanks,
with you on
brother.
the flip side. See you, bud.
Talk soon, man. All right.
Bye.